Good evening, and welcome to the Crypto Overnighter. I'm Nicodemus, and I will be your host as we take a look at the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. And remember, none of this is financial advice. And it's 10 p.m. on Tuesday, May 23rd, 2023. And welcome back to the Overnighter, where you'll find we have no sponsors, we have no agenda, and we have no BS. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, you can find it on my YouTube channel's page. Go to youtube.com/@TheCryptoOvernighter, all one word. That's youtube.com/@TheCryptoOvernighter. And once you're there, the giveaway announcement is right there in the middle of the page. So good luck, and may the audits ever be in your favor. The International Organization of Securities Commissions, or IOSCO, has invited public feedback on its policy suggestions for cryptocurrency and digital asset markets. These are 18 policy suggestions that touch on various areas such as market manipulation, conflicts of interest, protection of client assets, disclosure, and risks related to cryptocurrency. The main aim of these recommendations is to address the prevalent issues of both investor protection and market integrity in the cryptocurrency markets. This international policy forum, which brings together securities regulators from approximately 130 countries, set up a Fintech Task Force, or FTF, in the previous year. This task force, led by the Monetary Authority of Singapore, consists of representatives from 27 out of 33 board member jurisdictions. Its purpose is to shape IOSCO's regulatory approach towards fintech and cryptocurrency. This task force has two working groups. One, managed by the UK's Financial Conduct Authority, is expected to release recommendations for crypto assets this year. The other, overseen by the US SEC, is focusing on decentralized finance. Following the failures of both Terra and FTX last year, global standard setters have reiterated their demand for stricter crypto regulations. The Financial Stability Board plans to release recommendations for stablecoins later this year. The upcoming global crypto regulations will be based on a combined FSB and International Monetary Fund synthesis paper. Recently, the Financial Action Task Force asked the G7 advanced economies to take the lead in implementing its suggested standards for preventing money laundering. Jean-Paul Servet, chairperson of IOSCO, stated in a press release that the consultation paper received unanimous backing from the IOSCO board. He emphasized that the recommendations concerning conflicts of interest and the safety of client assets are of utmost importance. IOSCO advises regulators who do not require division by activity to contemplate barring crypto service providers from merging certain functions within a single legal entity or a group of associated entities. This is because these companies often participate in various activities like running exchanges, proprietary trading in the same markets, and holding custody of clients' assets. IOSCO officials highlighted the alleged conflicts of interest and mismanagement of client assets by FTX as examples of why these measures are essential for consumer protection worldwide. The report also refers to recent allegations made by the SEC against BC and Bittrex for not registering as securities exchanges, and then the case of Ishan Wahi. Wahi was recently sentenced to 2 years in prison for disclosing the details of upcoming Coinbase listings to his brother. His brother, and then a friend, bought coins based on the brother's advanced warning. When asked if the release of policy recommendations legitimizes crypto, Servet clarified that IOSCO's role is to regulate finance, and treating crypto as gambling, as suggested by a group of UK lawmakers, is outside its jurisdiction. The consultation period for the recommendations will end on July 31st. Now, while IOSCO is working on global regulations, individual countries are also taking steps to regulate the crypto market. Let's turn our attention to Hong Kong, where the Securities and Futures Commission has made a significant announcement. Thank you for listening tonight, and I would really appreciate it if you could see your way clear to like, follow, and subscribe to the podcast. That really helps with helping new people find their way to the podcast. The Securities and Futures Commission in Hong Kong has announced that it will start taking applications for licenses for cryptocurrency trading platforms starting from the 1st of June. The SFC has given the green light for licensed virtual asset providers to cater to retail investors. However, these providers must ensure that the investors understand the risks involved. This was part of a report on policy recommendations that the SFC released on Tuesday. The SFC initially opened these policy recommendations for public input in February. The SFC also put forward a proposal that stablecoins should not be allowed for retail trading until the planned regulations for that asset class are in place. The rules explicitly prohibit cryptocurrency gifts that are meant to encourage retail customers to invest. So I'm thinking that probably means no more airdrops, at least not if you live in Hong Kong. These guidelines, some of which were revised based on public input, put platform operators responsible for carrying out due diligence. They emphasize that being included in 2 acceptable indices is just the minimum requirement for being listed for trading. According to the rules, cryptocurrency exchanges must always have at least 5 million Hong Kong dollars in capital. That's about $650,000 US. So then at the end of each month, they must submit to the SFC a summary. And that summary includes the platform's available and required liquid capital. Now in this case, liquid capital means a summary of bank loans, advances, credit facilities, and a profit and loss analysis. These new rules also state tokens that are approved on regulated exchanges need a 12-month track record. The document also provides more information on how retail investors can use trading platforms and how to conduct due diligence on token listings. All tokens listed on exchanges must have undergone due diligence procedures. This is true even if they're already listed on another platform. They'll need to undergo smart contract audits by independent assessors. Platform operators won't have to appoint independent external members to token review committees as long as they can adequately handle conflicts of interest. The SFC will permit platforms to separate clients and their assets through an escrow arrangement or by the licensed platform setting aside funds. Each platform's compensation arrangement should fully cover client virtual assets. Now, in response to suggestions that third-party custodians could be used to safeguard client assets, the SFC stated that since there's no regulatory regime for custodians and virtual assets, allowing that would interfere with their supervision and enforcement. The SFC stated that it will conduct a separate review on allowing derivatives, which it recognizes are very important to institutional investors. Everybody wants that 100x. Now, regarding the implementation of the FATF's travel rule for sharing information on cryptocurrency transactions between financial institutions, the SFC said that if the required information cannot be submitted immediately, it will accept the submission as soon as possible, after the virtual asset transfer. That provision is put in place until January 1st, 2024. The guidelines also provide clarifications on anti-money laundering requirements and the criteria for fining platforms that violate those requirements. The updated guidelines go into effect on June 1st. Now from Hong Kong, we move to France, where crypto exchanges are also seeking to establish a significant presence. One such exchange is OKX, which has big plans for the European nation. OKX has set its sights on France as a key location in Europe. The company intends to employ about 100 individuals in the country over the next 3 years. This move aligns with the strategies of 74 other firms that have already received the green light from the French Financial Markets Authority, or AMF. OKX is based in the Seychelles, and they are required to be recognized as a digital asset service provider. Now, what they want to do is create a significant physical footprint in France. That information comes to us from Tim Bayan. Bayan is the head of global government relations at OKX. And OKX is not the only cryptocurrency exchange that sees France as an attractive base. Like I said, 74 other firms. Last year, Binance also chose France as its EU hub after obtaining DASP registration. By September, Binance had brought on board about 150 staff members for its Paris office. In an interview, Bayan shared OKX's ambition to employ 100 full-time workers within the next 3 years. He estimated that around 30 employees would be hired in the first year. He also mentioned that the registration process could take as long as 6 months. That process involves ensuring that the firms adhere to the anti-money laundering standards and have trustworthy management. The recent unanimous approval of the Markets and Crypto Assets regulation by the 27 EU member states should simplify operations for crypto firms with one approval in one country to expand across the entire bloc. The AMF hinted last month that firms already registered in France could be expedited towards MiCA licensing. This licensing comes with stricter regulations on governance, consumer protection, and financial stability. Now, while OKX is looking to expand in France, Coinbase is making moves in the United States, launching a public outreach campaign in Washington, D.C. This comes amidst an ongoing disagreement with American regulators. Well, as you probably know by now, Coinbase is embroiled in an ongoing disagreement with American regulators, and they've launched a new television advertisement in Washington, D.C. this week. This ad aims to challenge what the company perceives as a simplistic understanding of digital currencies held by other people. Brian Armstrong is the co-founder and CEO of Coinbase. He tweeted that there is a significant amount of policy work required to prevent the United States from falling behind in the crypto space. The ad is nearly 2 minutes long and it's presented in black and white. And there's actually an extended version on YouTube. So after you stop by the channel and subscribe to the Crypto Overnighter, check it out. Armstrong suggests that the perception of cryptocurrency is merely a speculative asset that overlooks the bigger picture. He admits that the industry is still in its infancy, but he likens the current state of cryptocurrency to the early stages of the internet. And I get it, but I see it more like the browser wars. I should go into that sometime, but there are a lot of parallels between what's going on now and what happened in the 90s when the internet really started getting going. A lot of lessons to be learned there, but anyway. Armstrong emphasizes that cryptocurrency is not merely a financial product, but a technology that can enhance various financial services. He suggests that it can expedite settlement times and reduce the cost of sending money abroad. He asserts that cryptocurrency is here to stay, regardless of individual opinions, and it cannot be undone. The genie will not go back in that bottle. Coinbase has been engaged in a protracted battle with the SEC, advocating for new regulations for the crypto industry. However, SEC Chairman Gary Gensler criticized crypto markets for their general non-compliance and doesn't see the need for any new regulations. And we pay him for that opinion. The cryptocurrency exchange has been proactive both in and out of court. Earlier this month, it established a global advisory council that includes former U.S. Senator Patrick Toomey and former U.S. Congressman Tim Ryan, along with Sean Patrick Maloney. The company has expressed concern that an unfavorable regulatory environment in the United States could drive development to other countries, like maybe France. In the advertisement, Armstrong expresses concern that the U.S. could face a national security issue similar to the one it experienced when many advancements in 5G and semiconductors were outsourced. He argues that to assist the average American, it's crucial to ensure economic growth, which is fundamentally driven by science and technology. While Coinbase is advocating for crypto in the US, the FBI is advocating caution for job seekers. This alert comes as a stark reminder of the potential risks associated with the crypto industry. The United States FBI has alerted the public about a fraudulent job advertisement related to cryptocurrency that is currently making the rounds. On the 22nd of May, the FBI made a public announcement. This announcement cautions U.S. residents and those residing or journeying overseas to be vigilant of deceptive job postings connected to labor trafficking. So the job ad reveals that victims have been unlawfully detained, threatened, and coerced into participating in international cryptocurrency investment fraud operations. Which sounds like crazy talk, but it's true. They're effectively kidnapping people and then forcing them to scam crypto from other people. The alert further states that victims, primarily targeted in Asia, are presented with a variety of job opportunities such as technical assistants, customer service and call centers, and beauty salon technician roles. However, once they reach the foreign country, these job seekers are manipulated into participating in cryptocurrency investment frauds. The FBI is urging victims of the scams to step forward and to report the incidents via an online platform. The FBI has been part of many investigations related to cryptocurrency frauds and incidents involving cryptocurrency in the past few years. One event on the 1st of May, the FBI's Detroit field office and the National Police of the Ukraine carried out a joint court-approved operation. This resulted in the closure and confiscation of 9 digital currency exchange services. And that's going to do it for us tonight. I want to thank you, my listeners, because when you stop listening, I will stop talking. If you enjoyed tonight's show, then please like, follow, subscribe, leave a rating or a review. And in the meantime, we'll see you tomorrow night.